Welcome. What I'm going to do today is to make some sauerkraut, which is sort of fermented cabbage. What you need is a sort of big bowl, probably better if it is glass, or otherwise you can use a stainless steel one. Then you need the jar, sort of, this one might be about 2 kilos, so this 2-liter jar, and then some salt. You need to have the standard table salt without iodine. Some people recommend all different types of salt, but I don't care very much, and it works well with the normal table salt. And then I add little bit of ginger paste. If you have fresh ginger, that's better, but then you need to make it to a paste. And garlic. That's all I am going to use. You can add other things like caraway seeds and other ingredients if you like. So first thing is, you need to cut this one into smaller pieces, sort of around 1 square centimeter or even smaller. And to make sure it is clean, I am going to remove all the outer leaves. So we'll remove this one as well. Maybe you can use them for any other purpose, like making a stir fry. You can use the normal cabbage as well, because this one is much tastier, and also they have much more antioxidants, the purple colored one, so I am choosing that one. The price difference is fairly small, and because this cut is not fresh, so I will cut and remove that part. And I don't have to show you how to cut, so I will show you the finished product after cutting. You need to wash the bowl as well as the jar you are going to store them, and wash them in boiling hot water. But you need to make sure you shake it well once you put the hot water, because otherwise it will crack. So don't even leave 1 second between pouring and shaking. One day I pour into two jars, and I thought, okay, that will be okay. Pour into one, and when I tried to pour into the other one, it cracked. So it is ready. I have a bit more to go, but this is the sort of size I have cut. Some people cut even finer, and some people cut it sort of little bit like strips. Okay, I will finish this one and show you. It is a little bit labor intensive work, so what I do is normally cut into strips like this. Then cut the other way. So advantage of fermented cabbage is that you get a lot of vitamin K2. There is a lot of talk on vitamin K2 now, because it has been recognized as the only one vitamin which removes calcification of arteries. So if you are vegetarian, only source is fermented vegetables, only source for vitamin K2. If you have the correct gut bacteria, even the vitamin K1 you find in most of the leafy greens will turn into vitamin K2, but nobody knows what gut bacteria we have, because they don't tell us. And I think the gut bacteria has only a limited time if we feed them with a lot of cabbage, whereas this way, the lacto fermenting method, there is enough time for it to change it to K2. Even though I thought I will do only half, I have almost finished, so maybe I can do the whole thing. I want to limit it to the size of the bowl. I can pack it to this one using something to hammer. Now this is my sort of semi-finished product, and I have a little bit of cabbage left, but I will leave it to do a stir fry or something like that. And now most important thing is I will add 3 tablespoons of table salt. Select the non-iodized ones. Some people add only 1 tablespoon, but it depends on the quantity. I think I have around, doesn't matter whether you add little bit more because you are going to wash it away anyway. So 3. And then I will add some water and let it soak, and I will put a cling wrap on top and cover it up so it doesn't get exposed to air too much. Now I will pour water so that it is all covered up. That should be okay, and we'll put a cling wrap over that. You can put a weight on top of that just to stop air entering. I will use, if you have a small plate it would be ideal, but they should do the job there. It is not sort of brain surgery, so a little bit here and there doesn't matter very much. Okay, and we'll see the next stage. Some people will leave it only 2-3 hours, but I left it almost overnight, so around 12 hours. Now we will remove the salty water. And just wash it with fresh water once. Adding fresh water, so make sure it is not too salty. Now I add a little bit of ginger, maybe 1 teaspoon. And same thing with the garlic. I will add 2 spoons because that one is a little bit watery. And you need to add about 3 tablespoons of vinegar. I have put about 3 tablespoons of white vinegar to this one and then mix it all together. It may be easier if I move to this big bowl, maybe that's what I will do. Now we move the content to a bigger one, otherwise we can't sort of mix it well. If you don't have a bigger container, you can maybe mix it little by little. You need to make sure your hand is very clean, otherwise all the harmful pathogens might enter the mixture. I like the nice purple color, and the purple color vegetables are much more healthier, they say. Need to mix it about at least 15 minutes. Okay, now everything is ready. Now I am using a spoon and filling the jar. Make sure the jar is all extremely well cleaned. In the sense, I will wash it with sort of boiling water, but make sure when you put boiling water, I only put a little bit. When you put boiling water, make sure you shake the bottle well, otherwise bottle will start to crack. You can press it with a spoon, or better still use something like a wooden pole or something like that. Little by little. Even though this looks like a very big amount, you can fill it into this small, this is not small, this is around 2 liters. You can fill it into this bottle or jar. once you fill every stage, you might have to sort of pack it a little bit, so air escapes at least to some extent. Then you can use a spoon to push it down further. Better you pack, you can pack more into it, and also it will avoid air getting in. I have a bit more left, and I hope I can put it into the same jar. You can eat cabbage raw, or you can make a stir fry or whatever it is, so even if I have some left, it won't go to waste. I am almost at the top, so now I will put this leftover vinegar into it and use a cling wrap or something to cover the top and close the lid. In the first few days you need to leave a little bit of space because otherwise it will overflow, or else you can leave it inside a bowl or something like that, so that any overflow will also have it. Almost end. You can see there is no air inside it, or all the air bubbles have escaped. What I will do is I will put a cling wrap to cover the top. If you have a paperweight or something like that, you can put it on top, so, or you can put some other heavy metal object to stop it coming up. I will use this resealable plastic bag to cover the top. Maybe too much water. There is more air. Do not close tightly in the first few days, so any air coming up must have to be able to escape. Thanks very much for watching. We'll see you in the next video.